Most people follow the rules. They do what they are told. Rebels are different. They like to think for themselves.
Imagine a big room full of shoes. Most shoes are lined up neatly. They all face the same way, but one shoe is turned sideways. That shoe is a rebel.
Rebels don't always agree with everyone else. They are not afraid to be different. This can make them exciting and interesting people. You can often spot a rebel by how they look. They might have a unique style. Maybe they like bright colors or unusual clothes.
Think about hair. Some schools have rules about hair length. A rebel might decide to grow their hair really long. They want to express themselves even if it's different.
Pets can be rebellious too. Everyone might want a cute, fluffy kitten, but a rebel might choose a snake or a lizard instead.
Rebels don't just look different. They act differently too. They might not like the same things as everyone else.
Imagine everyone is playing tag. A rebel might decide to sit under a tree and read a book. They would rather do their own thing.
Rebels don't follow the crowd. They listen to their own hearts. This can be a good thing, but it can also cause problems. Rebels can be heroes. They are the ones who dare to challenge the status quo, who stand up when others sit down, and who speak out when others remain silent. These rebels, often seen as troublemakers, are the ones who push society forward. They're the dreamers, the visionaries, and the fighters. They are the ones who inspire us to be better, to do better, and to fight for what is right. They are not afraid to speak up for what they believe in. Whether it's in a classroom, a playground, or a community meeting, these young rebels voice their opinions and stand firm in their beliefs. They understand that their voices matter and that they can make a difference. They are the future leaders, the ones who will shape the world with their ideas and actions. They fight for what they think is right, even when it's hard. Think of Rosa Parks. She was a woman who, with a simple act of defiance, sparked a movement that changed the course of history. Her refusal to give up her seat on a bus was not just an act of rebellion, it was a statement of dignity and equality. It was a declaration that everyone deserves to be treated with respect, regardless of the color of their skin. She was a rebel who fought for equal rights. Her courage and determination inspired countless others to join the fight for civil rights. She showed the world that one person's actions can have a profound impact. Her legacy lives on in the hearts and minds of those who continue to fight for justice and equality. She refused to give up her seat on a bus because of the color of her skin. This simple act of defiance was a powerful statement against the injustice and discrimination that was rampant at the time. It was a reminder that everyone has the right to be treated with dignity and respect. Her bravery and determination continue to inspire people around the world to stand up for what is right. Her bravery changed the world. It showed that even the smallest acts of defiance can have a ripple effect, inspiring others to take a stand and fight for what they believe in. It taught us that courage is not the absence of fear, but the willingness to act in spite of it. Her legacy is a testament to the power of individual action and the importance of standing up for what is right. Rebels can make the world a better place. They challenge the norms, question the status quo, and push for change. They are the ones who see the world not as it is, but as it could be. They inspire us to dream bigger, to reach higher, and to fight harder. They remind us that we all have the power to make a difference, no matter how small our actions may seem. They challenge us to think differently, They encourage us to question our assumptions, to look at the world from different perspectives, and to consider new possibilities. They remind us that progress often comes from challenging the status quo and pushing the boundaries of what is possible. They inspire us to be open-minded, to embrace change, and to strive for a better future. They show us that it's okay to stand up for what we believe in. They remind us that our voices matter and that we have the power to make a difference. They inspire us to be brave, to speak out, and to take action. They show us that even the smallest acts of defiance can have a profound impact. They remind us that we all have the power to be heroes, to fight for what is right, and to make the world a better place. Section 5. The Not-So-Good Rebel Trouble in Paradise. Being a rebel isn't always easy. It often means going against the grain, challenging the status quo, and sometimes facing the consequences of those actions. While it can be exciting to break free from the norm, it can also lead to unexpected problems and conflicts.
Sometimes, rebels break rules for no good reason. They might feel the urge to test boundaries, or simply want to see what happens when they do something they're not supposed to. This behavior can be driven by curiosity, boredom, or a desire for attention. However, these actions can have consequences that affect not just the rebel, but everyone around them.
This can get them into trouble. When rules are broken, there are often repercussions. A child might find themselves facing the disapproval of their peers, the disappointment of their teachers, or even disciplinary actions. The initial thrill of rebellion can quickly turn into regret and anxiety as they realize the impact of their actions.
Imagine a classroom. The teacher asks everyone to be quiet. The room is filled with the soft hum of concentration as students focus on their work. The atmosphere is calm and conducive to learning. Everyone is following the rules, and the environment is one of mutual respect and cooperation.
A rebel might decide to shout out loud. This sudden outburst can startle the other students, breaking their concentration and disrupting the flow of the lesson. The teacher might have to stop what they're doing to address the disruption, which can be frustrating for everyone involved.
This would disrupt the class and make it hard for others to learn. The other students might feel annoyed or upset that their learning has been interrupted. They might struggle to get back on track, and the overall atmosphere of the classroom can become tense and unfocused. The rebels' actions, while perhaps intended to be harmless or fun, can have a ripple effect that impacts everyone.
It's important to remember that rules exist for a reason. They help keep us safe and make sure everyone gets along. In a classroom, rules create an environment where learning can happen effectively. They ensure that everyone has the opportunity to participate and succeed. While it can be tempting to break the rules, it's crucial to consider the consequences and the impact on others. Being a rebel might seem exciting, but true courage lies in understanding and respecting the boundaries that help us all thrive. Section 6. Why we need rebels. Shaking things up. Even though rebels can be difficult, we need them. They shake things up and make us see the world in new ways. Imagine a world where everyone was the same. It would be very boring. Rebels bring excitement and change. They help us grow and learn. Without rebels, we might never question the way things are. We might miss out on new ideas and progress.
It takes courage to be a rebel. It can be lonely going against the crowd.
People might not understand you or even make fun of you. Imagine being the only one in your class who likes a certain type of music. People might tease you for your taste.
But a true rebel doesn't care what others think. Being true to yourself is more important than fitting in. Rebels know this and embrace their individuality.
Finding your own way. Have you ever felt like you wanted to do things a little differently? Maybe you see the world in a unique way, and that's perfectly okay. In fact, it's more than okay. It's amazing. Being a rebel isn't about breaking rules just for the sake of it. It's about finding your own path and being true to yourself. You don't have to have crazy hair or a pet snake to be a rebel. Sure, those things can be fun and expressive, but being a rebel is much deeper than that. It's about embracing who you are and not being afraid to show it. It's about standing up for what you believe in, even if it's not the popular opinion. It's about being brave enough to be yourself in a world that often tries to make everyone the same. Being a rebel is about thinking for yourself and doing what you believe is right. It's about questioning the status quo and not just going along with the crowd. Maybe you have ideas that are different from your friends or family. That's okay. In fact, that's wonderful. The world needs people who think differently, who see things from a new perspective. It's these unique viewpoints that lead to innovation and change. Maybe you have a different way of solving a problem. Perhaps you see a puzzle and think of a solution that no one else has considered. Or maybe you approach a project with a creative twist that makes it stand out. These are the moments when your inner rebel shines. It's not about being contrary for the sake of it, but about bringing your own unique approach to the table. Or maybe you love a book that nobody else seems to like. That's another way of being a rebel. It's about having your own tastes and interests and not being afraid to share them. When you find something that speaks to you, it doesn't matter if it's popular or not. What matters is that it resonates with you and makes you happy. Sharing your passions with others can even inspire them to explore new things. That's your own unique way of being a rebel. Embrace it. Celebrate it. Your individuality is what makes you special. When you express yourself authentically, you give others permission to do the same. It's a ripple effect that can lead to a more diverse and accepting world. So go ahead, wear that quirky outfit, dance to your own beat, and let your true colors shine. Listen to your heart and don't be afraid to be different. The world is full of possibilities, and your unique perspective is a valuable part of it. When you follow your heart, you pave the way for others to do the same. It's not always easy to stand out, but it's always worth it. Being true to yourself is the most powerful form of rebellion there is. The world needs your unique ideas and perspective. Every great change in history started with someone who dared to think differently. Your ideas, no matter how small they may seem, have the potential to make a big impact. So keep dreaming, keep creating, and keep being the amazing rebel that you are. The world is waiting for your unique contribution. Embrace your inner rebel and let your light shine. The world is a much more interesting place because of rebels. They add color, excitement, and new ways of thinking. Imagine a garden with only one type of flower. It wouldn't be very exciting to look at, but a garden with all sorts of different flowers is beautiful and full of life. Just like a garden needs different flowers, the world needs all kinds of people, including rebels. Rebels leave their mark on the world. They inspire others to be themselves and fight for what they believe in. Remember that even small acts of rebellion can make a difference. Speaking up for what you believe in, even if your voice shakes, is a form of rebellion. So go out there and be your own kind of rebel. The world is waiting for your unique voice and your brave